Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how I dye my hair. So if you want to know how I get my hair this color, keep on watching. So my hair has faded a lot since my last video where I talked about how I keep my hair healthy, but I said I wanted to fade it a little bit so I can show you guys the dyeing process. All I did was use this Head & Shoulders Deep Moisture with avocado oil shampoo, and I used it twice. And as you can see, my blue and purple are still here, but they're very light, and my pink and orange are completely gone. Obviously I usually don't let my hair get this faded, but I just wanted to show you guys this video. Normally I'll, because my pink and my orange are the first to go, I'll just throw some dye on straight from the bottle. The next color that fades is my kind of green to blue, and I have to touch that one up about every 3 weeks or so, and that takes me about like 10 minutes because I usually always have the dye already mixed in a little Tupperware, so I can just throw it on. And my purple lasts like up to a month usually before I have to touch that one up. So it's pretty high maintenance, but I think it's worth it personally because I really like this color. Anyway, before we get onto the dye, you need to make sure that your hair is washed with shampoo and then completely rinsed out, like thoroughly rinsed out, and then don't put any conditioner on it and let your hair dry before we put on the dye. Some people try to fight me on this, but it literally says on the bottle to do this. I've been dyeing my hair for 7 years or so, and I've never had a problem with this method. So as you can see, this is my blue-green, but obviously I'm going to show you how I make that dye, so I'm going to just hopefully only make what I use because that container's almost full. You're going to want some silicone-free conditioner to get it like a pastel color. If you get a conditioner that does have silicone in it, you're going to get really patchy hair. So this is how you prevent that. I use Suave Coconut because I think you can find it pretty much anywhere, at least in the United States. I got this one from like Rite Aid yesterday. Okay, you need to make sure that you got a lot in there. I think I'm going to add a little bit more because you want to have enough for you to do your entire area that you're doing and not have to like remake the dye and then try to get like match the colors perfectly, because if you don't end up doing that, then it's going to look kind of weird. You want to make sure that your conditioner is always first before you add any dye, because it's easier to darken it than it is to lighten it. So go very slowly when you add your dye. So first dye I'm going to be using is the Arctic Fox Iris Green. So as you can see, it's a very light green right now. The next color I'm going to put in there is Aquamarine by Arctic Fox. Okay, now that I got the color mixed, I'm going to apply it. And I know I'm not going to wear gloves because I like to not wear gloves. I like to be able to feel the back of my head with my hands, and when I wear gloves it's hard to tell if I've gotten all the spots, even if I use like a mirror back there. So that's just what I do to try to make sure that I can do it by myself. Now that my roots are dyed, I'm going to go in with my blue, and to do that I'm just going to grab the dye that I was using for my roots and put it into a new container. Now that I got it in there, I'm going to add some blue dye, which is Poseidon from Arctic Fox. Alright, so here's the comparison. As you can see, this has a lot more blue in it. To get your colors to blend well with each other, I suggest taking the dye that you're using and the dye that you already have on, and then like slowly working it, into the edges of it. Not completely covering it all the way, but just at the ends, kind of try to blend the two colors together. And now onto my purple. You can use Girls Night, but mine's out, so I'm going to use Purple Rain mixed with conditioner. Now Purple Rain is a pretty dark purple, so be very careful when putting this into your conditioner so you don't get it too dark. Okay, so my purple is done, and I'm going to work it up into my blue like how I did with the blue up into the green. You just got to make sure not to work the purple too far down. That way you still have room for your other colors. Okay, for my pink, I'm going to use Arctic Fox Electric Paradise. And this is a pretty bright color, so I'm not going to lighten it up anyway, because if you do, it just kind of makes it dull, and I really like this color just how it is. Right, and here's the pink. As you can see, it's really bright. This is actually one of their new UV colors. And the next one I'm going to do is another UV color that they just came out with, that is porange. And I'm not going to dilute this one either. I'm just going to throw it on my hair. And you really want to work it into the hair. That's what I like to do, like massage the dye in the hair. That way I make sure that I don't have any parts that are going to be missing dye when I wash it out. When I washed my hair earlier, I also washed my extensions, and that's because I wanted to add the porange to my orange and Neon Moon to the yellow, because last time I dyed them I used Sunset Orange and Cosmic Sunshine, which are their other orange and yellow, but they're not the UVs, so they aren't as bright. They're still really vibrant, but they're a little bit more on the darker side rather than like the neon side. Ooh. So here's my neon UV yellow. I'm just going to work them through all the ends of my extensions now. So now that my hair and extensions are dyed, I'm going to let my hair sit for about 35 minutes, and then I'm going to wash my hair. But I'm not going to use shampoo, because if you use shampoo right after you dyed your hair, it's going to take the color out. So just rinse it out. You don't really even need to put conditioner in it, especially if you pretty much just coated your hair in conditioner like I did. But if you want to, you can. But just kind of stick to just rinsing it out. Some dye companies say to rinse your hair until the water is clear. I don't suggest that because it can end up rinsing out a lot of your color. I would suggest just rinsing out your hair until you don't think there's any more conditioner in it. That way when your hair dries you won't be all like clumped up, you know. Alright, so that's my dyeing tutorial. This is what my actual hair color came out as. And these are my extensions. My extensions are from VP Fashion if you're curious. If you're wanting to buy some from them, I have a discount code and I'll leave it in the description. So if you like this video, like it, and if you didn't, dislike it I guess, and subscribe if you want to, do whatever you want, I don't know. But thank you for watching. Bye.